I'm going to stall. What's happening YouTube? So it's been a while. I thought I'd just do a quick video. Well, it was going to be quick about some new software. It's DR Sim Manager. It's a new motion software. It's by the guy that did Departed Reality. You might know him. He does some DIY actuators using aluminium extrusion. Pretty cool. But this is interesting because it's in active development. It's only early days yet, but it's very promising. It's a very powerful piece of software, and it's going to fill the void that PT Movers sort of left with the lack of development there. So yeah, without further ado, I'll get into it. It's a long one, so bear with me, and here we go. Hey guys, so I'm back in the seat, and I've got some interesting software here I want to show you guys. It's called DR Sim Manager. Now, it's actually made by Departed Reality, and if you don't know who Departed Reality is, I can actually show you. So this guy makes these actuators here. Now you can buy the free DIY plans, or you can buy like kits off him and stuff, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, anyway, so what he's done, he's obviously found out, just like the rest of us with 6DOF hexapods, is FlyPT Mover isn't getting updated. And what's happening is games like World Rally Championship, EAWRC that just come out recently, 6 months ago now, longer, isn't getting support from the likes of FlyPT because Pedro isn't updating it. So we're kind of getting left behind a little bit. We've got Assetto Corsa, the new Assetto Corsa on the way. So when all these games coming out in the near future don't get patches, we get left behind and the rest of the world moves forward with the likes of SRS and yeah, the Sim Hub now have support, but none of them do 6DOF hexapods because I think the kinematics is just too hard for them to work out. But anyway, so Spiegels from Departed Reality has gone ahead and he's making this. This is a beta, so it's still in trial. It will be a one-time payment. It won't be a subscription model, so he wants a one-time payment and then you'll own it forever. So let's get started and have a look through what we've got here. Now, this is the main window as you open up, and you've got, these are the current supported games at the moment. Now, he's just asking for suggestions in games at the moment, and he'll work on getting some other games implemented as future updates roll out, but I think these are the sort of the common ones people suggested. Now, you've got each game has its own profiles you can select, so something like, where is it? DCS has a couple already pre-made, and you can just save your own and anyway, load it there. On the right here, you've got manual control for your actuators if you want to connect manually and test your sway, surge, heave, pitch, and etc. out. Then below it is your actual positions, what the data's sending to the controller, what this app is sending to the controller to tell your rig to, sway, surge, heave, etc. Then you've got your source data below it, which is what's coming from the game. And then you've got like a debug log, so when you connect and disconnect, or if anything happens, it hopefully tells you here. Next one, we have a profile editor. Now this is where we put all our low pass and high pass filters in. So this would be like your EMALP and EMARP, HP, LP in FlyPT. So the first thing you'll notice is there isn't as much control over filters as FlyPT, but in saying that, the filters section in Mover is one of the most daunting things that people get, scared away from, because it's quite hard to understand. And if you don't know which filter you want for each axis, you can have a hard time adjusting a profile that suits you. So, what we want to do is, what I've found is most games out of this DRC manager have a sort of very good sort of base profile. So you'll be coming in here and you might adjust your low pass filters here if you want some more like feeling in the road and stuff like that. But mainly you'll come over here to your gains, and your gains is where you're going to, if it's not surging enough for your liking, you can just start tweaking, come to surge, tweak your 10 up to 11 or 12, and then you just keep tweaking it until you like it. Now you can actually disable all the actuators axes here, and then you can just tune each DOF by itself. So you can start by doing your sway until that feels right, turn that off, then you can tune your surge until that feels right, turn it off, and then your heave, etc., etc. And then you turn them all on together and see how that goes and do some final tweaking at the end. But what I've found is, which is what this is going to appeal to a lot of people, is out of the box, most games are pretty good. And that'll only get better as people sort of give him better base profiles, I guess, because you can't play every game and have every game tuned to perfection. Plus, every rig's slightly different. But if you were to start a fresh profile with Mover, mate, it's a daunting process. If you don't have someone's profile to work off and tweak from the start, then you're really going to struggle to get that feeling right, and it's going to be quite a long process to learn all your filters and all that sort of stuff. So that's what I like about this, and I also like the fact that they've gone and used the same sort of measurements as Mover. So if you're coming from Mover to this, it's all going to make sense. The only different thing is, I think the middle length here, the middle length is the full length of the actuator to the middle position, where I think Fly PT Mover measures from here to here. But as long as you just follow the picture here, you're fine. But copying all these values over from Mover will work, except for the middle length. You'll just have to remeasure that. And yeah. But everything else, this is sort of set in your pose for Fly PT Mover. You can set your ranges for your sway, your surge, your heave, and your angles. And then, yeah. But if you have one of his DOF reality motion things, you can just sort of select a custom profile from here, but I don't have that. Now moving across, we've got outputs. So this is where your Thanos, motion for sim, or a custom. So if you've got like a VNM, you can custom put it in here and set your strings and all that stuff. I'll play with that later when I get my VNM controller, but you select your ports, pretty self-explanatory. And now the actuator positions here. So my port 1 on Thanos controller is my rear right. So if you come to your profile editor, where is it? Here, sim config. So this one here is my number 1 actuator in the Thanos controller. Now I could rearrange all those on the controller to align with this, but it's easier just to keep it the same, because then that way it works for Mover and it'll work for this. And then I basically go to my output. My number 1 actuator in Thanos becomes now actuator 3 in Sim Manager. And then it goes around in a clockwise, so 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Now 7 is about tensioner. I haven't looked into setting up about tensioner at the moment, but I think if we go back, if we go to output, I think you can actually, where did I see it? Add hardware. So yeah, so you add a hardware, you add a belt tensioner, and but anyway, I won't touch on belt tension at the moment, because I'm just been testing games really, and I wanted to just show everyone what's happening in the space of sim, control software, and this is the new one that's out, and it's basically the only one sense mover that will work with our rigs when you have a hexapod. And I don't really care about the 3 and 4 and 5 DOF people because they've got choices coming out their ass with that SRS and now SimHub and all that crap. So this is more just for us guys with the 6 DOF hexapods. Now, if we go to the settings, very similar to FlyP2 Mover, you've got some hotkeys. You can set your refresh rate here, and the one thing I do like is this global gain. So basically you can set up a profile and you can have it moving all over the place, and that's great for you. But if you've got someone that suffers from motion sickness, or you just want to start them off, break them in easily, you can just set that to say 0.5 and that'll just half everything. So I like that feature. That's a really good feature, and I think that'll get used a lot in a lot of systems, especially, you've got kids, you want to put them on the roller coaster and you're worried they're going to get flung out because, they don't fit in the chair properly. You can just dial it down and run them at 70% or something, rather than tweaking a whole new profile to suit. So I think that's good. Now they've got the spike filters set in here. I actually haven't played with it too much. It was broken the last release, so I've kind of just using the Thanos one at the moment. Thanks to Zen, who gave me some settings for his spike filter. But yeah, I'll touch a bit deeper in that in another video perhaps, and then usual sort of light dark theme and font stuff and all that jazz. Now, right, so pretty much what we do is select the game we want. Let's just do maybe some ACC. You can select your profile. I don't have one, so I actually haven't tried ACC on this. I've tried Assetto Corsa, as you probably saw from my last video, but we'll try ACC. And if you go start motion, it should say connected controller. Now I'm actually disconnected from the Thanos here, so once I release, there we go. So that's connected, and it's going to be waiting for telemetry. So if we go now, load up ACC, let's go back. All right. All right, now let's see how this feels. Oh yeah. Yeah, cool. Just strap. That's good. It's got some really nice. That's the one thing I forgot to touch base on. It has a vibration function, which obviously takes the road data and runs that through the rig as well. And wow, you can really feel the bump stops on the side of the road. Oops, it's been a while. Okay, I'm too busy watching everything else around me. But yep, not much roll. Yep. It's more just sway at the moment. But the beauty is, what we'll do, we'll just go into the straight. Alright, so we're getting this straight. Now what we can do is Alt Tab. We can go to our profile editor. We can go to roll. What are we on? So we got 4, and pitch is 4 as well. So if we just go up to 5, 5.
Start slight left, 60. Good luck. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Slight left, 60. Small crest, 80. Slight left, 30. Slight right, 80. Slowing up.
Okay.
1 left at junction, 30. Crest. And 4 right.
Okay, that's alright.
To crest, 80. 3 left, 100. Turn square right, unseen, 30.
Alright, I haven't played it. Oh, no, no.
Cut, 30.
Alright. Oh.
3 left. And 2 right, short of the crest, 100.
Oh. Alright.
Half long, 30. 3
Well, we've got good feeling. The bumps through the road, I can feel them really good. Now I feel
left of a big jump,
the big movements probably lacking a little bit.
50.
Like there.
5 right,
Yeah,
tight,
I think we need
3 left of the
some
crest.
more heave. Right, so I'm gonna. What I can do is let's just stop here. No, don't disqualify me. Profile editor. Let's go. Oh, heave's already on 10. I have a feeling the Thanos controller might be spike filtering me. Let's go back to okay, resuming back. We got no high part samples.
And small crest, into 6 left. To
Alright,
and the crest. Into crest,
here we go.
50. Turn 2 right. Into 6 left, 40. On crest, 70.
Alright.
Left, 60. Small jump. And then 5 left, tightens. Into crest. And 6 right, opens long. Tightens.
Okay, I think
50.
we need more pitch.
5 left, 40.
So I'm kind of leaning on a decent gradient here, but if we pause, you'll see it level out. So that's kind of telling me I want more pitch. So I'm going to go to like 6 and roll 6. Pretty much pitch and roll seem to be linked pretty well. I'm going to go up to 0.5 as well. Now if you come back, you can kind of see how much that made. Alright. I think I might even go a bit more. Let's go to 7. Now I can feel the elevation a bit better, you know? Alright,
Jump
that's
50. Right to the big crest. Brake 50. Caution 3 left. Sharp crest.
alright. So I'm back. So what happened was my Sony camera here kept overheating, and I couldn't figure out why it kept dropping signal. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't overheat anymore because I've raised the threshold, and we'll see. But if it keeps dropping out, I might have to put a little fan on it. And so we're connected again.
Left 60.
And
good luck.
Let's see how it feels. I've done a few tweaks before. I'm not sure if it recorded or not, but I've basically changed the pitch a few gain and the roller by a few gain, up the yaw a little bit, and yeah, let's
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Slight left 60. Small crest 80. Slight left
We got
30.
some
Slight right 80.
nice bumps coming in here.
90. Left at junction 30. Crest.
Hey. Hey.
Opens very long. Into crest 80.
Alright, yeah, it feels alright.
Left 100. Turn square.
Yeah, sweet.
30.
Hey.
Right cut 30.
Oh, I have no idea where I'm going, but so far feels pretty. Oh,
100.
no, tip it in. Oh, there we go, that way. Sometimes it's hard to know which way they want to go.
30. 3 right to the
I want to get VR going in this. I hear the VR updates working pretty good, so it'll be good to
big jump.
just making sure it's still recording. Yep. Oh, yeah, right. So these jumps, I would like maybe a bit more motion on them. They're a bit lame, but
To 6 left. Into bump. And crest. Into crest. Brake.
but out of the box with just a couple tweaks,
To 6 left.
it's already not bad.
Long crest. 70. Slight left. 60. Small jump.
Alright.
5 left. Tightens. Into crest. And 6 right. Opens long.
Oh,
Tightens 4. 50. 5 left. 40. 5 right to crest. Tightens 3. Pass junction. And left of the jump. 50.
oh, that's oh man, that would have hurt if I hit that. But
3 left. Sharp.
sorry, I'm just concentrating at the moment.
40.
Alright, let's go.
5 right.
Yeah, right. So
76 left. Through junction. Tightens 40. Right to the big jump. 90.
I should check the fan noise controller, make sure it's not
6 right to
spike
crest.
filtering.
Left of crest.
Seems alright.
4 head short. To slight left. 120.
Oh,
Jump 50. 5
Alright.
crest. Keep in 40. 4 right to crest. 60. Left of a crest. 70. Left of a jump. 80.
if you hear any creaks, it's because my frame's just creaking a bit because it's had that many bloody holes drilled into it and modifications over the years. I think it's just, oh yeah, there we go. That felt pretty cool. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Wicked.
5 right.
Oh.
50. 6
Yeah, wicked. All right.
Tightens 4 short. Pass junction.
Oh, this game's pretty good. I actually haven't had much time to play with it because it come out and then I
Slight left.
had no motion support, so I kind of just didn't play it.
3 left.
And
30.
then I moved house. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, right. Okay. Whee.
Brake 80.
So what I'll do, I'll just flick over the scenes. Now you can see the sim manager, so you can see the
To right, half.
sim positions, what it's asking for in the
6 left of the crest.
sim. So you've got the sway and the roll and the pitch and all that and whatnot,
6 left of the small
doing its thing, all the data coming in.
20. Turn 1 left.
And
80.
oh, you can't see that obviously. I'll flick back. Anyway. Okay, now we're back. Oh, resume. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I like it.
40. Turn
It's
6 left. 50.
alright.
6 right. Tightens 4. 100. Jump 90. Slight right to
Now,
crest 80.
oh, yep.
Slight
You can
right
really
to
feel
crest,
those
30.
bumps.
Crest
You,
100.
you jump, you get a little bit of weightlessness off them. That's good. I like the feeling. Probably use a bit more yaw, I reckon. Oh, wait. Hold it on the road. I'm too busy trying to test movements out.
6 right.
Oh, yep, hanging in there. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right.
Short of the jump 40. 5 left of the jump 120.
Whee, yeah, that's cool. You can really feel it, like your car's going sideways and then it hits the ground and grips and yeah, angles into the, or tips into the road, if you know what I'm trying to say. Oh, man, it's been a while, but this game's pretty good, I must say. I'm gonna give it a go with VR now. Problem with VR is I've got all that. I have issues with all these USB devices. Oh, that's the wrong way. I'm trying to talk and I'm not listening to the what the guy's trying to tell me. Yeah, with too many USB devices coming in, and with the Oculus Quest being USB, it just starts conflicting with everything, and then I can't get everything to work nicely together, so I've just given up. I've ordered a Pimax Crystal Light, so hopefully that will solve all that issues. And because then I can just use DisplayPort. Oh, what am I doing? Change gear, right? Okay. But no, it's got a good road feel. Oh, right. Oh yeah, you can feel those bumps.
Finish 200 to stop.
And
Okay, it's a 6 minute 50.
so yeah. Anyway, for the reason I stopped the first time was the steering wheel. I had to add VNM to the game's profile so it knows the force feedback was working. And the second time I reset because the camera stopped. But basically, that is the first run in motion in this game, in this software, and everything went swimmingly, and I'm impressed with that. That's awesome. Now, oh, I could further tweak that a little bit more, but I think for something that's just to come straight out of basic settings or basic tuning, I put surge pitch, I went from 4 to 7, and yaw, I went from 0.2 to 0.4, and that was it. And it was already feeling pretty good. So that's a tick in my box. And considering this game doesn't even run on Mover, this is, yeah, game changing. All right, now let's go back. We're gonna load up maybe some flying games, DCS. Microsoft Flight Simulator, for some reason, wants to download a whole another 170 gig, even though I did that like 2 days ago. But, there we go. So it's got good, wait. Oh. I'm just trying to show you some movement. It didn't really work too well, right? But it's got, obviously, good surge and sway. And Yeah, probably could do with. So you're not feeling those a little bit the bumps here when you want to feel the car kicking a little like that. So let's put a bit of roll in it. Let's go here. Let's go to the profile editor. Roll. Pitch 4. So let's go to say 6. Your 0.3, I guess. And alright, what we got? Now, vibrations all 3 to 3, 3. Heave 1500 for. Okay. Sway and surges quite a lot. Might put surge and sway down to maybe 4.5. Alright. Let's see how that goes. Oh, right. I want to fix this view actually. But, like it's, once again, it's out of the box. Profile is pretty much workable. Like you could probably just pick it up and race like this, to be honest. I would like to dial a few more things in, like maybe feeling these rumble strips a bit better. But definitely that sustained sort of G coming around the corners where you get the longs and the surges just pushing and pushing. It feels good. Nothing to complain about at all. Now it's got a F123. This is F124, but you can just set the UDP settings in the profile to use 23 settings, and it just connects. So it's pretty easy. Excuse my driving again. I don't play F1 at all. I only just bought this game the other day. That's why I've got the racing line on. So it's actually quite tricky coming from what I've been playing, like GT3 cars. I'm just also a little nervous because the rig had a bit of an accident before. I'm hearing noises and I'm just making sure it's nothing to be concerned about. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can feel the bumps in the walls, that's for sure. That's good. So when people hit you... Uh-oh. Alright.
Your front wing's damaged. Expects a lot of...
Okay. All right. Let's do this. Well, feels good. Oh. Oh. My wheel's off center for some reason, I don't know why. But might have to look into that. It's actually putting me off a lot. A lot. Alright. But we got good road feel, good vibration. Let's release park brake. Let's get some throttle, and it's still working. Now, oh, I wasn't watching. Let's pull back. Yeah, we got some movement there. And
Earth Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, continue for south departure.
we're gonna do a fly around. Alright. Jendicott's 8 miles away. We might just... They're not going to like this, but I'm just going to turn around and land. Oh, there's a city over there. Look. And then
Earth Tower, New Zealand, 175, heavy 8 miles north inbound ILS Yankee runway, 21 approach. New Zealand, 175, heavy Earth Tower. Altimeter 29.9er, 2 wind calm cleared ILS Yankee runway, 21 approach. Cleared ILS Yankee runway, 21 approach, New Zealand, 175, heavy.
cool. Well,
Velocity 557, heavy turn, next taxiway.
there's the Perth City. That's where I'm from. And we're gonna just... I think we're just gonna come back around.
Wind calm, clear to land runway 21. Clear to land runway 21 number 2 New Zealand 175.
Oh, we've got a...
Airbus E31.
Looks like we've got a runway over here. I'm going to bring it in.
Velocity 557 heavy exit runway when able. Going around Airbus 831. Airbus 831 contact first approach on 132.905.
That's Perth City over there. Alright, I'm just going to cut this speed off. Put some flaps.
132.905 Airbus 831. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, we're coming in a little hot. But do this there we go.
First tower Jetstar 109er heavy 8 miles north inbound.
Oh no, there's a Jetstar plane coming in.
Jetstar 109er heavy first tower.
Oh, this is
Altimeter 29er.
this is not looking good.
ILS Yankee runway 21 approach.
Oh, oh.
Cleared ILS.
All right, we're good.
Jetstar 109er.
I probably just lost my license for doing that, but
New Zealand 175 heavy exit runway when able.
all right.
09er heavy follow the
Well,
ILS
I mean,
runway.
motion feels good and flight simulator. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so we're going to do a quick run in iRacing. We have the basic profile, we'll give that a go first, and then I have a heavily modified profile from Zen we're going to try. Now, let's get going. Just testing things, making sure it's not going to do anything weird. Yeah. Feels alright, just like the other ones. Oh, sway. Alright. You know what? It's not that bad. It's hard to concentrate and watch the rig. Oi! What's that noise? I don't like hearing noises like that. Okay. Oh, maybe that's the speaker. Because it's wobbling. I usually have foam bits in here to stop the speakers vibrating. Yeah, right. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Now iRacing doesn't like triple monitors that are different sizes, so Yeah, I have to just run single monitor at the moment. It's a bit annoying. Well, we've got the idea now. It's pretty similar to the other games. Now what we're going to do, now it doesn't look like there's any way to hot swap profiles on this, so we're just going to stop motion. Oh, pause motion. Okay, maybe, no, okay. Wait, so stop motion, we'll load Zen. And we'll start motion. Oh, there we go. Now this one's a lot more similar to what I see in FlyPT with our low pass filters set down to like the 300 mark. All the base profiles here seem to be about the 1500, which can smooth things out a bit too much and you lose a lot of feel, and could be why we weren't getting so much travel in WRC and stuff. So this looks a lot more violent. Let's oops. Alright, just gonna test it out now. Zen's rig is slightly different to mine, but I don't know. He's got it's quite lively. Oh yeah, actually a lot more responsive. Yeah. Okay, there's a bit of yaw going on here. Oh yeah, you can feel the bumps in the road a lot better, that's for sure. Alright. Okay. Oh yeah, snappy. It's a lot snappy. Oop, sorry, I don't play iRacing that much, but okay. Oi. Overshot that a bit. Oh yeah, there's something going on with my steering wheel, the foot hot seat back. Yeah, it's a lot more lively, that's for sure. A lot more responsive actually. So, excuse me, fucking hell, got a bit of a tickle in my throat. Oh yeah. Wow, the whip's back. Jesus. I like it. Oops. It doesn't surge as much, but it surges harder and faster and quicker, which is what you want when you want that instant. Oh, shit. Alright. So yeah, anyway, that's what can happen when you dial in a profile a bit more. Thanks. Oh, it's a bit, there's something going on I'm not used to. Maybe it's at your... Sweet. Right. Now, we've pretty much done all the games. We'll leave you with one more DCS, but so far, we'll otherwise this video is going to be about 2 hours long. All right. Now, what we want to do is try to calibrate our spike filter. As you can tell, it's not spike filtering when you crash the plane, and that's not good, because when you crash the plane, everything gets wild, as you saw at the start of this video. What actually happened at the start of this video, when I was going down, I went, oh, I haven't actually checked the spike filter on this one. So I went to hit the motion offline button, but when I hit the ground, it jolted me and I slipped and I hit the E-stop, and I haven't got my E-stop set to pause the motion. I've got it set to kill the motors. Now, I highly recommend you change that straight away, because that's the thing that breaks your rig, is when it comes crashing down with all this weight and you kill the motors. So I think always remove that kill the motor option, make it hold motion, and then you can hit the suspend motion button and park the rig. But what happened in my case is it jolted from the crash, I slipped, hit the E-stop, and then that escalated out of control. So because my motion was flying up and forward, when I hit the E-stop, it killed the power to the motors, and then the whole momentum and just weight kept traveling me into the side here, which is where I crashed, and then everything just went, you know. But the rig was kind of stuck leaning against my bench here, so I've had to like bring it all down, and I checked it all out. Everything seems okay, but luckily my monitor scraped the side. But yeah, so what I've noticed here, so in Mover you can bring up like a 3D representation of your rig, and that's really good for when you're tuning and you're not connected to the motion. You can still see the motion data and what it's doing to your rig, so you can see if you have a lot of heave and then a lot of roll. You can see if an actuator is actually reaching its limit for motion. So you sort of go, well, maybe I'll reduce my heave by 50 mil and my roll a little bit, so they can all work together, use maximum motion for each of your degrees of freedom, and not max out any one actuator. But I've talked to Spiegels. He said it's not really on his radar because it's a lot of work to implement a different 3D picture for each rig type. But at the very least, I would like to see it for our linear hexapods, and don't worry about everyone else, because they've, you know, this program is really sort of good for us at the moment. So what we have to do now is we have if you look over here, oops. So if you look over here, you've got your sim position, and this tells you your sway, your surge, your heave, your pitch, your roll, your etc. So what we're going to do is I'll show you. I'm set on 3 Gs at the moment and 1,000 degrees a second. Now, I guess if you lower that rotational axis threshold to then it might actually start filtering your movements if your movements are quite aggressive. So you don't want to go too low on that, and at the same time, your G-force, if you go too low, then everything will just start getting filtered as well. So you've kind of got to lower this until it filters it. So if you look, I'll show you what's going to happen. I'm actually going to start the motion, but my Thanos controller is still disconnected from motion. So it's talking to the Thanos controller, but the Thanos controller isn't sending anything to the actuators. So I can still be connected and get this data. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fly, and we're just going to bin it.
This is a free flight mission.
So you can see all the data coming in now. So, all right, so what we're going to do is when we crash, I'm going to do sort of a, because I know if you head straight down, obviously you're going to trigger the filter, but we want to do sort of like a soft crash. I mean, a soft crash if there is such a thing in a jet, but so we're going to watch the data. Boom. So you can see all that spiking from the crash. Now what we want to do is I'm going to quit. We're going to stop the motion. We're going to lower that to 2 Gs. Okay, now we're going to fly again. We'll start the motion. And rinse and repeat. It's a bit tedious, but at least you have peace of mind knowing that if you crash, your rig isn't going to go absolutely berserko.
Free flight mission. May use to become familiar with basic aircraft handling or just explore the area. There are no threats.
I'm going to have a look because maybe the roll, I think the rolls and stuff's getting filtered. Oh no, it's still there. Yeah, okay. All right, let's crash again. We're going to be watching the sim position. Okay. Okay, it's still moved. So what I want to do, let's see if we can stop the motion. I don't know, let's go to 1.5G, I guess. At this point, activation threshold, let's quit. I'll hopefully cut all this. Start motion.
This is a free flight mission. May use to become familiar with basic aircraft handling or just explore the area. There are no threats.
Okay. Now let's see if we can get. Well, I have a feeling. I'll just stop the spike filter video here. I carry on for a lot longer, and it looked like the spikes were getting through, and I'd had to just talk to Spiegels about exactly how it filters the spikes. If what we see in those in the graphic GUI is what gets sent to the controller. Apparently that is what gets sent to the controller, so I'm not sure why I can get it down to like half a G per second and it's still letting all those movements slip through. So I'm a bit nervous to connect that to the rig if all those spikes are going to make it through. The spike is activating, you can see it activating, but it's almost like it's a split second too late. It lets a few of the instant spikes, the initial spikes through first. So I'm not sure, maybe that's the GUI is reading wrong. It's not supposed to show the spikes. I don't know. Anyway, I'll touch base further with that one, and So I'm not going to crash. I'm going to try to take off and get some DCS footage and just cruise around, and I'll disconnect just in case I do damage my rig again. Anyway, so we're going to now. Whoop. we'll give it a go. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just going to ramp up. I don't really know where the brakes are in this either, but maybe it will just auto-release brakes. Okay. So we got some road texture coming through. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Let's ramp it up. Oh yeah, we got a bit of pitch with surge here. Now I think the speed we want to get up to is, yeah, I mean, I'm going to try that. Let's try. Pull back. I think that's might be where some flaps might help, huh? Okay. Let's test there. Okay. Alright, well, it all feels good, but I'm just a bit scared to crash now because of obviously what happened before, and I don't really know if it's going to clip that spike out, but I wonder if I can just go back and try to land back at the airport maybe. Oh, we've got landing gear up now. I forgot to do that. Alright, let's go back. Where is it? Is that it there? Okay. I'm a little nervous with this, but we'll give it a go. I better put my landing gear down. As soon as I land, I don't really know what brake is. I did the tutorials and then it's been a week and I've forgotten it all. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm going to disconnect because I don't know how I'm braking. Uh-oh. There we go. Now, that's not going to wreck my rig. Okay, so there you go. DCS is working Probably could do with a bit tweaking as well, but it still feels pretty cool, that whole weightlessness when you're banking and pulling back, and you can feel it sort of sustaining a bit of G's. And but yeah, anyway, that's righto. That's all we have time for today. That's over an hour long. I didn't expect it to go that long, so sorry that went for that long. And if you made it this far, then good on you. But I just probably rushed a little bit into making this video, and I've just formatted my computer, and I have had no half the games weren't set up still with all my peripherals, and anyway, so I had to set all that up and get my triple screens working in all the games and stuff like that. But anyway, we got some footage. So by the time I was getting the footage, I was kind of just rushing it a little bit. And yeah, I haven't driven in half of these games before, and as you can tell, so don't judge my driving. But I was just more or less trying to show that you can jump in with this sim manager, connect to games, get movement pretty much straight away, and have a good base profile to get started. And I think in this day and age where we're kind of, all we've got is mover, and if you're new to the scene and you don't have any sort of base profiles to get you going, it can be quite daunting. And to get a profile where it's even like remotely sort of usable will take 10 times longer than what we can do with this DR Sim Manager. So even though they're not perfect and they're a bit lazy, they're probably a bit over-filtered, but I think that's a good thing, because you're not going to go, over exerting your rig and all this sort of stuff. So it's a good starting point, and you can start dialing down your filters a bit. After trying Zen's profile and seeing his low-pass filters are quite similar to what I would run on Mover, so down into like the 3 to 500s rather than the base ones, which are like 1,000 to 1,500. And yeah, I find that gives it a lot quicker, sort of snappier feel, maybe not so delaggy, I don't know what the word is, but yeah, anyway. But, I am pretty excited for what's to come with this program. It's good for us hexapod users, because we haven't had software for us in active development for quite some time, and it's good to have Spiegels there as a contact and pitch some ideas backwards and forwards and see if he's interested. And yeah, I've got a couple ideas that we're going to try to implement in one of the future updates, so I'm pretty excited to try that out and share it with you guys. I won't give away too much, but yeah, it should be pretty interesting. No one else is really doing this at the moment, but yeah, I think is going forward, it's to see where it's at the moment, and it's only sort of alpha. It's not even available to the public. It's kind of just beta testing at the moment. I think it's got great potential, and I'm excited. I haven't been this excited for something in a long time, actually, since probably Mover come out, But with the likes of all the 3, 4 and 5 DOF users getting support in SimHub and SRS and all these options, we've kind of been left behind. And with a sort of aging Mover, I mean, everything Mover does is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing probably needs to be updated, except for maybe just the ease of use. But it's mainly the game profiles. New games are coming out. We don't have support for these new games, so that's where we're kind of getting left behind. And I think this program's come at the right time for us to catch up with everyone else and enjoy our rigs. Honestly, I was even contemplating building a sort of 4 DOF, 3 DOF, 5 DOF, traction loss system, just because there's a couple games, that I wanted to play and didn't have support for it in Mover. But yeah, I think I can spend a few days now dialing in some profiles and getting the feel for it, and yeah, I'll update you with some more updates in the not too near future and not too distant future. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I know this has been a long one, so I'll finish it here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye. It's actually pretty good on the triple screen, this. Just yaw a little bit. There's our Wait. Let's just pull up. No. Not fast enough. It's too early. Yep, okay. Now, I think the game volume might be a bit loud here, but I'm going to stall. And that is what I had worried about. There you go. We are going to come out of here. All right. Oh yeah. Well, I hit the desk, and I think the spike filter might need some work.